Good morning, fellow Nigerians across the globe. I am George Onyibe, as always. Of course, this morning I want us to look at a message I simply titled, Looking at Three Major Strategies Used by IGBO BIAFRA to Hinder Development in our region. A lot of people will not be able to appreciate what we are doing, but it's okay. Our happiness is that we have been able to stop a lot of unseen evil forces who would have taken the best of our nation in a time like this. But of course, they choose to bombard at night. And most of you should understand that there are those that reciprocate. Looking at what gave formation to this very discussion, the aim, the theme, or its purpose is simple. The people of South must not yield, must not fall for this IGBO BIAFRA. There are a group of Nigerians that say they are Biafrans. They have three major tactics they used on us. But before we look at that, let me just throw light on one or two issues, and then we go to that very discussion. The issue of Senate President. Every experienced Nigerian should know that Natasha is lying. These are mere blackmail. I'm not saying that Senator Akpabio is a righteous man, but there is something that people pass. These are strategies all over the world. You can imagine somebody like Michael Jackson want to rape a woman. No, you can imagine somebody like Mike Tyson want to rape a woman. Who does that? Are they 13 years old boy? The easiest way to bring down men is to talk about sexual harassment. For the love of God, if Senator Akpabio want to sleep with 1 million women in a day, all of them are there. But let's look at it the other way around. Let us assume he was tempted and wanted to do that. Why did this woman not tell the husband before she had issue to address on the floor of the Senate? My fellow Nigerians, Natasha matter is not the problem of Nigeria, and I can categorically tell you it is a political blackmail. But who am I? Like somebody said, Natasha's husband should talk to the wife. Let her stop disgracing herself. This is Africa. Somebody like Senator Akpabio, how many women can he sleep with? Where are those beautiful young girls all over Abuja who will answer him when he tips? It's married woman he's looking for. But like I said, Nigerians cannot be distracted. If we want to reason it the other way around, it will look as if we are biased. So I will leave it at that. And now coming back to the main purpose of this very broadcast this morning, of course, we're majorly appealing to the conscience of our people. Pay attention to what is going on. We are the people of the South region. And of course, being a member of the South region, geopolitical zone in Nigeria, there is so much about you know nothing about. I could truly say that we are not just the big heart, but the heartbeat of the nation, despite the treasure beast and every other name they call us. But where is the evidence? That should be the question. A land that is so blessed, rich with abundant natural and human resources, where is the evidence? These are issues that are beginning to raise concern in the mind of people like us, having seen that we are being stage managed. And ignorantly, we ignore those things. Maybe we are naive anyway. And so, this issue is beginning to raise a concern. Let's look at it this way. Every ethnic groups around the world, if you assemble them today and ask them simple question, what are your inheritance? What are the achievements of your father? What are your people known for? South people, what are we known for? Honestly, we are not taking it serious. The Benin may have something to look up to because the exploit, the achievement of their ancestors cannot be undermined by anybody. But after that, in our generation, as a people at this very moment, in 50 years' time, what exactly will our children look back to? What is our achievement? What are we known for? Supporters Club. And that is all I see. Yes, it's true. We have oil. We have gas, to mention but a few. But these are technology that is brought upon us. Where is the achievement of our father before them? And now, is it as if they are ignorant? They didn't have something they were known for, something they could pride themselves, giving them that morality to walk in the street of any global community with their head lifted high? Is that what you are telling me? No. We have been distracted for a very long time, and we just even don't know how to build the future of our people. These are some of the things that made us to begin to do the path that we are walking at this very moment. Look at civilization, look at development, look at advancement in terms of technology or otherwise. We are still where our forefathers, even 100 years backward, left us. For instance, I'm from Abo. Yes, we are good farmers, but there is something we have unique: palm wine. We have the best palm wine. If I say the whole world, people will doubt me. You want palm wine, palmy, you go to Abo. Most people don't even know. Let me digress. When you talk about palm wine, you have 3 types of palm wine. And of course, their names in my dialect. You have the one you call Uzu. That is the one you popularly known as palm wine. It is made of average palm tree. And then you have the one we call Ogoro. It is made from the palm tree that grows only in the river. You have the one that is called Unkwenu. It is made from the high banga tree. All of them are palm wine, but they comes in different way. They have different work they do. But then, why did I bring it up? The last time I checked, the same way we are tapping palm wine in Abo today was the same way our great-grandfather were tapping palm wine maybe 1,000 years ago. Why have we not been able to advance? Why have we not been able to develop on that technology they taught us? It is applicable to every area of our life because we are being distracted. And the people who are distracting you, they are busy trying to build a future that their next generation can be proud of. And then when we live under their shadow, it will assume that we don't exist. And now this is where the whole issue becomes serious, that everybody must pay attention to. It is our desire that every ethnic group, not just within the South, but the entire Nigeria, should begin to look at themselves as a people. What are my people known for? What are my people known for? You will see, we are just filling the gap for other people. We may be very brilliant, very educated, but that glory will be given to another person. There are a lot of achievements from our people, but because we do not have a stand to showcase who we are, we don't exist. Anything they say goes. But how can we focus on developing ourselves? How can we focus on developing our region when there are some group of individuals running helter-skelter to disorganize us? Let me digress so that you understand it. Each time we call Igbo people, you don't want to call your people to order. We will be here for a very long time. We know your pattern, but leave us alone. Let me come back. Why am I saying this thing? The people of the South region has everything it takes to be the richest region in Nigeria. We are supposed to live a life like the people in the United Emirates, a very comfortable life. But most of you will not know. that we are being shortchanged. And when you ask, they say, who is in charge of NDDC? Who is in charge of this one? Is NDDC actually meant to benefit the people of the South region? You will see it's a lie. They share it across region, beyond South region. So where are the resources coming from our land? You cannot talk about this. Because there are people who are trying to use us for game of number. There are people who are trying to use us to orchestrate a very useless activities against the nation. They want to use us and dump us. They want us to live under their shadow. And we have done this long enough. And it is time we begin to think about our children. And now it brings us back to the main purpose of this broadcast. In my last broadcast, I called out on Benin people. We cannot play or behave the same way the people we condemn are behaving. I understand most of you don't know how it works. You are being instigated. Number one weapon of distraction, instigation. It's amazing now on social media what you see. Asia is a winch, Benin is this one, Benin is that one. These are distraction. It's a tactics deployed against you already. I do not know why the Benin nor the Asia will fall so cheap for this. They are bombarding seriously against Yoruba and Ishekiri, dividing them even beyond their imagination. But I think they are able to hold their line to a certain extent. They are doing the same thing to Ikure people. These are Igbo people that say they are Biafrans. They are just instigating us against one another. I beg you, if you are from Asia, if you are a Benin man, let's come down this way. Orionwo, Esako, Ekpoma, Awuchi, Urumi. We all know the history of our people. And we are just different from what they are saying. All these things are distraction. I listened to a woman who was making a broadcast and was saying, do you know the meaning of Asia? Asia means shit. Asia means shit. And it was like back and forth with Benin. Let us assume Asia means shit. And so what? Is Ikwere not a name made to mock Ikwere people? Come and take that name from them now. The Igbo Biafra people that gave them Ndi Ikwere, a name they used to mock them. Let them come and collect the name now. And they have embraced it. Okay, we are agree people. Now we have agree. You will deal with it. And so if somebody say that you are a shit, tell the person, yes, I am a shit. A very small shit for that matter. I will rubbish your bumble. You don't look at the negativity behind the name they call you. Focus on the positive aspect of it. You will see the people giving you that name, they will be disgraced. But come to think about it, why have you not been fighting over it since all this time? I come from Boji Agbo, simply mean criminal village, given to us by the imperialists. We are not rejecting it. We are not denying it. I am from Boji Agbo, which means a dangerous forest where criminals hide, which name is Agbo. That is what they gave to us. Why are we not fighting over it? We're going to go and fight the British. Why do you call us that name? The Portuguese, the Frank. God knows how many terrorists invaded us in that time. And the only thing they could do is to call us criminal. Because we're fighting for our right. The same way you will see Igbo Biafra people come and insult us here. The question should be, Asian people, Benin people, why have you people not been fighting over this? Why is it all of a sudden? Because there are Igbo Biafra people, hypering you people, instigating you one another against one another. You don't get it. If you must fight each other to make things right, let it not be on their terms. No, look at that Anye Ndi Biafra. Just look at her now. He will tell you, I'm Asian, you marry Igbo. Then go to Igbo and speak for Igbo now. You are Asian married to Igbo. Automatically by law, custom and tradition, you are no longer Asian. You are just a visitor. You don't belong to even your father's family again. It's just that blood is thicker than water. And so shall a woman move to the husband, and they become one. I'm not married from Abo. And where I'm married from, they can't tell me how to do with my wife. My wife is my friend. And I decide when she goes to their place or when she don't go to their place. And there are certain things she can't do any longer. The right she used to have in her father's place, that right is what she has in my place now. So if you are married to Igbo, why don't you go and help Igbo people and develop Igbo? They are paying you. Those criminal Igbo Biafra are paying you. Yeah, Ishan. Why you no marry Ishan person now? Why you no marry Bini person now? So you love your people too much. You go marry Igbo. Now you now come to repair Ishan for us. Now you now want to repair and tell us the history of Bini people. You don't understand. Number one strategy of distraction to hinder the South from developing, I just told you, is instigation. This instigation has a lot of way to manifest. It helps us to divide one against each other. And then we are weakened. And then we cannot reason to develop our region. See, as Igbo people, they shall give us our southeast, leave our southeast. You think it is only Igbo that is in the southeast. They have conquered it for themselves. Every other ethnic group there, they will carry the same cross we are carrying. They are distracted already. Now, this is our own south-south. They will not allow us to rest. It was Igbo man that gave us south-south. Dr. Alex Ikweme. It is the same Igbo people now that are telling us that we are stupid people. We don't have sense. How can you say you are from South and going to South? No geographical location that, and they are paying our people to do that to us. Don't be distracted by their instigation. When I come here, I see somebody who say he's Agbo man. He begin to insult me. We know how we do our things. They can imagine me coming out here and tell you about people don't have sense, about people are useless, because no. Even when I'm actively involved with Biafra people, I dare not use certain words against my people. I appeal to them. I have all it takes to insult anybody I want to insult from Abo, and they won't even talk to me. But when I cross boundary, there is an adage that says, Nikome, ya kunyera jambofia. Before I ban mafia, we jadi we put ham nowhere zone. But I dare not do that. Because there are certain words we are not even allowed to say. If you look at the book of Jude, it says, for when Satan, or when the archangel of God confronted Satan, when they had disputes concerning the dead body of Moses, he said the archangel dare not use accusive words against Satan. God angel, God messenger, according to the Bible, dare not insult Satan. But out of ignorance, we come every day, Satan die, thunder, fire, Satan is stupid, Satan. We know they get all those small wisdom. In other words, if the angel of God dare not use accusive words against Satan, but rather say, the Lord rebuke you. What about you? So each time Aisha is insulting Bini, watch your comment section. Igbo Biafras are very happy. So you can spend the next 10 years, Aisha and Bini, insulting each other. You will lose your mind. That is what they want. And the moment you lose your mind, when we are supposed as a region, at least today, talking about how we can provide, how we can fend, how we can put our name in history by one achievement or the other, they want to hit our heads together. Why am I saying this and calling out Bini now? Bini, they have entered you people. They have entered you people inside very well. And most of you don't know. You are looking for like, share. Our message will get to them whether they like it or not. Now, that same weapon of distraction to hinder our regional development is instigation. Look at the issue of Sem Fobara and Wike. And honestly, if you ask me, I will ask Wike to back down. And I'm still asking Wike to back down. But if you look at the body language of the people who are trying to harp Sem, I will tell Sem, don't fall for them. makani wega fuzo, wega febo eburihu. You don't fall for them. Go behind and watch Sen Fubara. This Igbo Biafra are doing everything to see how they can use them. Instigation. Don't grieve for him. You are in charge. Do not do this one. Instigation. I listened to Asari Dokubo. His advice to President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. He should tell Wike to back down. Nobody should think of impeaching Sen Fubara. And then as much as I agree with him, impeaching Sen Fubara will bring about crisis. Believe me, is it not gone? Is it not police? Is it not state of emergency? Believe me, Rivers State will never be the same again. That is just the truth. Until there is clear evidence and genuine need to be impeached, you don't do that. You don't do that. And of course, if I lend my voice there, I will appeal to Wike and His Excellency to look into that matter wisely. Because our South people will die. And it will not be to the glory of anybody. And sometimes, most of you who are in Abuja hypering this issue, you won't enter Rivers State again. Of course, it's your state. These were some of the saga that were not controlled. It led to the death of people like Tony Harris and the rest of them. Masha Harris, or what is his name? Let's be guided. But why am I saying this? There are people instigating this very matter. And the rest of Martin Samehula and the rest of them, I pray they will use their head. Because kingdom rise and kingdom fall. That is number one. Don't let them instigate you against everybody. I cannot forget in a hurry, when I had a fallout with these Igbo Biafra people, the first thing they did was to go to South and hire people. Let me explain to you further. They hired one Ikwere man from Rumukurushi Hazis. It was Ikwere man that was on social media attacking me. And he's a member of my unit in IPOB, the same zone with me. I called him. I say, you of all people know me. And everything you're doing on social media, you know you are lying against me. But is it trying to defend lie that brought us here? I say, remember clearly I'm the one that brought you here. And I'm the one that is asking you to back off. How could you come out openly? I don't want to mention his name, but if he's listening to this, I know. I went to report to the IPOB family in that Aziz. I told them, call this guy to order. I've moved on and not with you guys. But for him to take the contract to attack me, I will chase him out of his community. And the guy knew I will do it. I'm not from Rivers State, I'm not from Rumukurushi. But you see that Rumukurushi, I will use his family member to chase him out of his father's compound. And that Sunday, people began to talk to him. He came to my house and begged. And I left him because I know Igbo Biafra has given him money. Because he's Ikwere man, let them use Ikwere man. I'm not Ikwere man, but I'm Ikwere man. 99.9% of Ikwere people that knows me think that I'm Ikwere man. Go to Rumukurushi, go to Etali, go to Eneka, length and breadth of Eneka, ask of me. Go to room Omo Orosi, room Igbo, room Ola, room Okuta, room Ubiakani. Go to all those houses. Ask of me. And every of this area, room Odomanya and the rest of them, they will think I'm indigent. Because I respect the owners of the land. They moved on to Urobo side. Where are Efe and the group? Where are all those Urobo people? Only few of them, even including Lucky Gurubia. The people who know and don't trust Igbo people collect money just to destroy me. Understand, the first line of recruit were not Southeast people. I can't remember anybody who knew me from the Southeast who actually challenged me, who lied against me, minus Chibuikem, Darlington. And then they went to Abo and hired my sister Faith Ogala. They instigated my people against me. A job people under Lucky Gurubia was doing their own. If them under Urobo Shekiri was doing their own, including Josephine Erewa, the witches of Masesuchi, as Igbo people call her. If you are a Biafra person, you know what I'm saying. Josephine Erewa is a woman almost 89 years. If that elderly woman can come out and lie against me and they open a broadcast for that Urobo woman, stroke Ishekiri woman to destroy me, Asian and Bini people, you people can't fall for them. I'm coming. All of them gathered. IGBO people on one side called the meeting. They were in their own town hall meeting. And one of the person who called me was a retired major in the Nigerian army, who actually believed in me so much. He said, there is things we are hearing about you, that you are a criminal. You stole money and you were chased out of IPOB. But I don't think you are that kind of person. But my people believe it. So IGBO people who were part of Biafra that time believed it. They say, we want to hear your part. And I started explaining. Over 2 hours, I was on air. They called me, put it on speaker. They asked different questions. And that was the day IGBO removed their hand from Biafra. So if I didn't have the privilege, they have made me enemy of even my own people. And where God saved me is that the money meant for Anyoma people, I didn't touch it. I'm not a custodian. Moreover, more than 90% of that money was coming from my people. It's not Igbo people money. That having been said, they could not penetrate. Everybody know the truth. And that is why I'm on this path. That is why. Don't let them tell you, no, this one is that one. Go and look at Nachata issue now. Igbo Biafra don't like Akpabio. And they will hyper the matter to make you think that Akpabio is a criminal. That is instigation. Let me stop there. Number 2, weapon they use is destruction of history. They distort history. You people will not know how dangerous it is. Now, let me use Opobo as a case study. In one of my broadcasts, I've explained to you people. I said that Opobo, during the era of Peter Odele and his deputy, Toby, who happens to be from Opobo, and when they were trying to install gas turbine in Opobo there, I was actually the person they gave the contract to reinstall the interlock in Opobo, including installing interlock on that heavy water you see. It's quite a huge contract. And so from there, I discovered that what happened in Arochukwu, Abia State, around Alesoti community, is the same thing that is happening in Opobo. What do I mean? If you go to Alesoti, governor's place, Arochukwu, where his father come from, you will not know who is Igbo. You will not know who is Akwa Ibom. Because in the morning, they are speaking Igbo, everybody. Kekime, Kemakandi Bege. And the moment you turn around, the same people that are saying Kekime, Kemakandi Bege, have turned to Abadie, Ediekon. You will not know who is Igbo or who is Akwa Ibom. And this is not coincidence. This does not mean that that land originally belonged to Igbo. When we want to hyper it, that Arochukwu belonged to Akwa Ibom people, conquered from them and taken from them. But you can't see it because of one Nigeria. If I begin to see it now, my only intention would only be to instigate Akwa Ibom people against Igbo people. After all, their deity there, is it not a Binokpabe? If you are Igbo person, it's a Binokpabe Igbo land. All these things we they look for, go see them. Don't worry. But my work is not to instigate anybody against anybody. If Igbo say they are the owner, let them take, no problem. But a day will come, the truth will drown all of you. And so when you get to Opobo, in the morning, in fact, the man that I was walking directly through the government house, I was thinking it's an Igbo man. Because he can speak Igbo fluently, more than Enugu man, more than Anambra man. A very elder statesman, very jovial man. And so we must communicate in Igbo. And when we got to his house in Opobo there, where I served as my lodge during that period, I noticed his family members, they are not speaking Igbo. When he entered the compound, they start speaking their Ebani language. And this gave reason I began to ask questions. And as of that time I was telling you, Opobo people say the throne of Jaja cannot stand. Because Jaja of Opobo is not from Opobo. they just made him king. Go and check history. It was Peter Odele that begged them that for record purposes, for history purposes, for the sacrifice and labor of that man, they should reinstate his son. Go and check. It was Peter Odele that was able to reinstate the son of Jaja of Opobo. Because after his death, all those years, till Peter Odele, there was no king anymore in Opobo. So the Jaja of Opobo you hear was gone before. And this is how we begin to hear the history of what happened. How slaves, Igbo people sold their people. Because Jaja of Opobo was actually sold by his relatives. But the Opobo people, just the same way we allowed them to settle in our land. Now they are the one telling us that they can buy us. They can buy our land because we allowed them to be doing rubbish in our land. Don't worry, we are coming. That is why I'm telling our people, don't let them distract us. We have a job. And that is how they didn't have problem. This Igbo slave they sold into Opobo were fully accommodated, incorporated, indoctrinated. They lived at peace. There are rumors about the civil war and the rest of it. But that is not the purpose of this discussion. And so that land belonged to a people, a Jaw people. But whoever is there now, whether it's Igbo, whether it's a Jaw, their blood lineage has moved. It has been bastardized. Or rather, they are now hybrid. When I mean hybrid, you get to a stage, you make some decision. That is why the issue of Anioma is complicated. Some of us come from different places. Our blood have mixed. We are not saying now that we are Benin descendant. We are not trying to claim down that we are Ijaw descendant. We don't want to consider whether we have Yoruba blood among us. Yes, we have Igbo blood among us. And of course, so many Igala blood among us. But now we have come to agree that this is who we want to be. And this should be respected. Now, the distortion of history now is when the Igbo people begin to give you history that Opobo belong to Igbo people. That Ijaw people actually killed Igbo people to take over Opobo. Now, understand, you may think, you as if rich Igbo man, you will love it, it's Nigerian that is doing it to us, all those your rubbish. But you are not seeing the problem you are causing for peaceful Opobo people who have moved on. I know you are not seeing it. You are not seeing it. Now, in Opobo now, they now look each other with double eye. Because the Ibami family, those Ijaw family, you are making them to be spectacle. You're making them to begin to suspect. And of course, Ijaw people, that is Ijaw, watch Igbo descendants. Some of them may sell out. Go and check Anya Anambra. Anya Anambra is Asian woman, married to Igbo man. He want to help Igbo people now to use Asian to destroy Benin, which is impossible for all of them. Watch these ones very well. Because they are the easy one that can be penetrated. If what I'm saying is lie, why did Saint Fubara come to clear the air? That please, for record purposes, I'm a Jaw man, a Jaw from A to Z. But there was a time he thought it's convenient to begin to speak Igbo. Don't let them fool you. They will hyper you, deceive you, and destroy you to the detriment of your people. So what do? They distort history. If you distort the history of Opobo, you will only create crisis. It's either the Igbo descent of Opobo will destroy the Ijaw descent of Opobo, or the Ijaw descent of Opobo will destroy the Igbo descent of Opobo. And what will that give you? Your Biafra? And will that make our region to be developed? Don't let anybody deceive you. And of course, that is the second weapon of distraction. And then the third one, which is last on this very discussion, is the distraction on social media. Remember, one is instigation, the other one is deduction of history, and the third one is distraction here on social media. Look at the garbage, the rubbish they are writing. No one can edify. No one can build. No one is worthy of emulation. All they talk is rubbish to upset the balance. No wonder the Bible says the things that are pure, the things that are holy, the things that can edify, the things that can build. These are not the only thing you should talk about. These are the things you meditate. Go and look at all their garbage. I do not blame them. A people whose morality has been lowered down more than an animal, a people who do not have respect for ethical behavior, a people who don't respect their father, a people who deliberately destroy their value system, sleep with their own sister and their own mother. I don't expect better from those IGBO BIAFRA people. If they can't do that to themselves, what will they do to you? Each time they deceive you, we are IGBO BIAFRA. Go and look at the useless letter coming from Aloy Jimako, all the way from Nnamdi Kanu, that we went our routine visit. Our leader has said these are the three things we should begin to do on social media. Number one, we should talk that his arrest is unconditional and must be release him. And secondly, he should tell Enwike to leave Sen Fubara alone. The person that want to destroy Nigeria. What is your business with Sen Fubara and Wike? But they are part of the people trying to see how they can penetrate. And you see, it is South region they will destabilize. So look at social media. They're trying to give reorientation, philosophically re-engineer the mind of the next generation of our people. And we will not allow this to be. Our work here is to counter-checkmate them. And a time will come, the next generation of our people will want to know the truth. And we are giving them basis to ask questions, reason to doubt everything they will be told in the nearest future. And so these people know this truth before now. These IGBO BIAFRA people, that is why they litter everywhere on social media. If you see the kind of contract and job project they are carrying on here, you will know that if God is not with us, we are gone by now. No, look at Nnamdi Kanu and few touts in the name of IPOB social media warrior. They placed Nigeria on her heels during the time of President Muhammadu Buhari, to the extent that Nnamdi Kanu were telling knowledgeable Igbo people that Buhari is dead and buried in a shallow grave. He was copying, photoshopping Buhari image from image getting with Simon Ekpa. See Buhari Nyash, see Buhari nose, see Buhari ear. This one I do Jubilee from El Sudani. And all of you were happy. Oh, he's dead. And most of you, your deluded mind thinks he's dead. Until he will write a book that Igbo Kub is not Igbo Kub again. That time maybe it's going to be Awasa Kub. So Awasa have to kill Awasa people. Maybe that is what Buhari will write. So Igbo people can be happy. But all of you are not our concern. We already know the truth. But your lie will not go down unchallenged. That is the work we are doing here. So when you see what they are doing on social media, they are looking for validation by every means necessary. Who does that? Except somebody that is riddled by inferiority complex. They will soon call me poor man, but I have my dignity intact. They will still call me uncompleted building, but I've tried to live by the principle of dignity my father taught me. They will still call me names, prostitute, smoker, drunkard, show your face. But it's okay. I am that I am. Maybe you get it. So, my people of South region, association of minority in Nigeria, and of course, well-meaning majorities of Nigeria. We cannot allow Igbo Biafra people to be instigating us and trying to accept the balance while we fall for them. No. This is the time, people of the South. We need to begin to think home. What do they remember us from? What can the world remember us from when we are gone? And of course, Nigerians should as well ask themselves question. In 100 years' time that we are not here, what will our children look back today and say, I'm happy, these my fathers were here? Look at the labors of our past heroes. All of them have been destroyed because majority of what they did was done in criminality, in fraudulency, just to answer Wazobia. And those who actually fought for the good of Nigeria, all of them were silent, and we do not talk about them. And yet we're looking for a prosperous, good nation. Not until we learn to begin to call a spade, by looking at those who actually labored for the good of one Nigeria. This thing we're looking for, this unity, this prosperous nation, that dream may be very far from us. This having been said, I'll go to my comment section. You are from the South region. We have a job to do. We have a region to defend, a region to develop, a people to save, so that nobody will set the next generation of our people. I'll go to the comment section, and I want to believe my Benin people know what is obtainable. And of course, other millions of ethnic groups in the concept of one Nigeria under the region of South. Open your eyes. Don't let them tell you otherwise. Let's see. I see Uyi here. Good morning from here, Uyi. You say, I am glad to hear you this morning. Thank you, my brother Uyi. I see mountains. I greet you, mountains. Good morning from here. Say good day. I greet you, mountains. Let's see. He said this issue of palm wine tapping is what me and mine were discussing few days ago. Hugo, honestly, you will notice is the truth. That palm wine tapping. If you need more enlightenment, although I don't know the essence of your discussion anyway, but then my concern there was that our fathers were tapping palm wine like this more than 500 years ago, and we are still using the same pattern to do that. Because when we are supposed to look on how to improve on our life, these people who say they are Biafra are distracting us. They want us to begin to fight. And then they will be happy that everybody is fighting. But it's okay. Thank you, Mountains. And then let's see. No insult here. Let's see, because I love insult. I see Chidoziem, he say Igbo is your problem, right? But Chidoziem, you are a very useless criminal. Igbo Biafra is my problem. We have different kind of Igbo. Udoka, Onyoshi, Chidoziem, is your kind that is my problem. I have told you people, when we start generalizing it, you will know. I think there are Igbo people everywhere that I am. We are still doing business with them peacefully. Igbo people are everywhere. We still show love. We still relate normal. That is because we are not generalizing them. But mumu yourself that you are Igbo Biafra, just as you are disgracing your father now. You say we are Igbo. You are the one that have sub-Igbo group. By implication, fake Igbo. You are the one that have Wawawa Igbo. You are the one that have slave Igbo, aka Osu Igbo. You are the one creating first Igbo, second son Igbo. When Igbo becomes our problem, you will feel the impact. Chidozie Udoka, when Igbo become our problem, you will feel the impact. You think we are joking here. But our concern now is the heinous crime of Igbo Biafra people against us. Not just as a region, ethnic group, not even just as a nation. You people, Igbo Biafra criminals have become a threat to Nigerian existence, damaging our image across the globe. And everybody keep quiet. Because once you talk, you begin to cry, oh, he's hating Igbo, he's hating Igbo. All your generation together, I defended Igbo cause more than all of you, because until I discovered the irredeemable ones like you. One idiot Igbo person was telling me that Igbo people will arrest me. Thunder will fire all of you. I'm waiting for all of you. You will know I'm not Ijili. Because none of you has even defended Igbo cause. Everything we did in Biafra, addressing political imbalance, one of your useless Igbo animal, destroyed it for money's sake. Turn to terrorists. You are not talking about your known gunmen, your baby factory, ritualists everywhere, Yahoo, useless drug, fake drug. You are not talking about it. Igbo is your problem, yeah? When we generalize it, you will know. Udoka. Mugu. Mugu like that. I see Okeoma. I greet you, Okeoma. Because when they want to hide the truth, he say he cannot generalize it. Who gives a damn about how you feel? I see my manest man here, Babefa. He say, I was surprised when Oji Ozo Carlo says the same thing. Ned Nwoku said that Anyoma State should be created as part of the Southeast. They are the one now trying to cause problem, ethnic tension among other people, and then they pretend that it doesn't concern them. It doesn't concern them. That thing they think they know. Now we know it. Mercy, I greet you. Good morning from here. We have learned from them. It's just some of our people that will fall for them. That is why we are doing what we are doing. Never be able to have their way. Where they stop is where they will end. We are not going anywhere. So people like Anema Udoka should understand that the best thing they can do is to begin to expose those criminals hiding under Igbo umbrella. Or else, very soon, the Pamoye will touch all of them. I remember Obidio Bienu gave this advice to Nnamdi Kanu. And I was shocked now. He made a post. The post was that, here, through testimony, Fulani are invading our land. Whereas more than 50% of people pretending to be Fulani herdsmen in our region are Igbo Biafra people. Now they're trying to change the narratives. We know the truth already. But there is no problem. So people of the South, do not allow yourself to be distracted through instigation, through destruction of history, and of course, ultimate distraction on social media. I'm George Onibe, and I sign off from here. Those who have insult can drop their insult on my comment section. We'll continue from there later on. Have a nice day.